It was a quiet afternoon in a small roadside diner just outside the town. The air smelled of coffee, fried bacon, and the faint sound of an old country song playing from a dusty jukebox in the corner. Behind the counter, Mary, a shy young girl with one leg slightly shorter than the other, moved carefully, carrying trays of food with a soft smile. She was new here and different. Her limp made her an easy target. Though her heart was pure gold, at a corner table sat three boys, loud, arrogant, and spoiled. They'd been there for over an hour, mocking everyone who passed by. Their laughter was sharp like knives, the kind that cuts even without touching. When Mary walked up to refill their coffee, one of them smirked. "Hey, limp girl, you missed a spot." Another added, "Maybe you should walk faster." "Oh wait, you can't." The diner went silent. Mary froze, gripping the coffee pot tightly, her knuckles turning white. The laughter that followed was cruel and echoing. One of the bullies stood up, pretending to limp like her. The crowd watched, but no one spoke. Not the old man at the counter, not the waitress by the door. And then, without warning, that boy slapped her. The sound echoed through the diner. The cup fell, coffee splashing across the floor. Mary didn't cry. She just stood there, eyes wet, lips trembling, but she didn't shed a tear. She whispered, "Please, just stop." The bullies laughed even louder. They walked out proudly, leaving the door swinging behind them, their echo fading into the afternoon as an hour passed. The diner stayed quiet. People went back to their meals, but the silence carried guilt. The cook wiped his hands and said softly, "No one should have let that happen." Then, suddenly, the sound of engines roared from outside. Loud, deep, like thunder rolling across the highway. Heads turned toward the windows. A group of bikers, at least 8 of them, pulled up outside. Black leather jackets, tattoos, boots heavy with dust. The leader, a tall man with a gray beard and burning eyes, pushed open the door. He looked around slowly, his voice low and rough. "Who touched the girl?" No one spoke. The waitress whispered, "They left an hour ago." He nodded once, then turned to Mary. She stood frozen near the counter. "You okay, sweetheart?" he asked. She hesitated, then nodded softly. He looked at her name tag. "Mary." He gave a faint smile. "You did nothing wrong." He turned back to the others. "Boys," he said, "let's go find them." Minutes later, the sound of engines thundered away again. The people inside sat stunned. Mary watched through the window as the bikers disappeared down the road. About 30 minutes later, the same engines returned, slower this time. The bikers walked in calmly. Their jackets were a bit dusty, but their faces looked satisfied. The leader dropped something on the counter, a torn Letterman jacket, stained with mud. "They won't be bothering anyone again," he said. Mary gasped. "Did you hurt them?" He shook his head. "No," he said, "but they learned something today, that a real man protects, not humiliates." He turned to the crowd, his voice rising. "All of you sat here and watched. Remember this, silence helps the cruel." The diner was silent again, but this time it wasn't shame, it was respect. People looked at Mary differently now. The old man at the counter finally stood up, walked to her, and said softly, "I'm sorry, child." One by one, others followed, offering kind words, help, smiles. As the bikers turned to leave, Mary called out, "Wait." She limped forward, holding a small piece of pie wrapped in foil. "For you," she said shyly. "Thank you." The leader took it gently. "You keep smiling, kid. You've got more strength than most of us." When they left, the sun was setting outside, painting the sky orange and gold. The diner felt different, warmer, kinder, stronger. The jukebox played again, but this time, even its old tunes sounded new. Mary looked out the window, whispering to herself, maybe not all heroes wear capes. And if you, watching this, believe in standing up for what's right, for the ones who can't fight back, then don't just scroll past. Backhand index pointing right, hit that subscribe button, because we tell stories that remind the world that kindness still wins, courage still matters, and every heart can be a hero.